Hi Cancers, welcome to your reading for September. So, been a while. How you doing? I hope you guys are doing okay and you are getting through this period well and balanced. But I feel overall the energy levels are low. But don't worry, because I feel like soon you guys will actually feel inspired to start something new. This lack of energy is lack of inspiration. It's like staying with something out of loyalty, trying to make something work because you feel that you've already invested so much and you feel like you should keep your commitments. But it's draining your inspiration and it's draining your energy. And it's time for something new. Really, it's time for a new journey. And I feel with this full moon in Pisces that the energy that just got activated, because it kind of I'm full in the full moon energy as we speak. That's why I like to do this reading right now, because it's all illuminated. Okay. But at the same time my buddy says like, are we going to take a nap or what? I don't know what it is with a full moon. I do never sleep better than during a full moon. I always just want to sleep, and especially when it comes to having a Pisces full moon, it's very powerful. It's the end of the zodiac. It's the last full moon of summer. It's a transition period, and that's where we're in right now. But I feel to actually feel ready and feel ready to make transitions happening and to change your pathway, or to close certain things off and leave things behind and move towards the next chapter. Sometimes we first need to feel exactly why, and work with that energy, and from that build the strength and the excitement for the new. I feel like sometimes there's a resistance, and I'm just going into it a little bit, okay? I think sometimes keeping things in your present, in your here and now, keeping things connected to you, whether that is a relationship that you kind of, no longer feel nurtured by, and also connected to seeing a future and being excited about where it's going. It's not even that. I think it's the resistance for it to be added to what once was, to the old, to the past, and making something in the present belong to the past is sometimes heavier to carry than keeping it in your present without it nurturing you for the future, or inspiring you to create, whether it's nurturing to you right now or not. It could be at a standstill, but to let it transform towards becoming something of the past, there might be more weight added to the situation than as it is, even though it doesn't bring you those things that you deserve to receive from it anymore. So that's something I got right now, and having those inner conversations with yourself, having those realizations with no judgment. Don't feel like you have to run off, scream it off the roof. But to just have that open, honest conversations about the thing that is no longer nurturing you, is no longer building you up. It's just keeping you either at a standstill, or is slowly but surely taking from you. What is the true reason it's still here? Why is it still in your here and in your present? No judgment, no like, yes, because I don't know. It's like, why? Just really coming up with the why. Mercury is here. Open communication. Get away. Damn it. They're so accurate at this moment in time. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. I first want you guys to speak up with love to yourself and be heard by yourself. That's very important at this time, because you are about to embark upon a new journey. Okay, you will, the moment you get that weight off your chest, you will start to receive that 9th house activation, that 9th house energy of what is, possible. What do I want? What do I desire? What do I feel guided to? What I feel excited about? What do I feel passionate about? And how can we build something that gets us that ground, that stable foundation, so we can build up on all the things that could, whatever we put our minds to. Open communication with Mercury, it's very important, especially everything that has to do with your home. It could be a physical home, so people you share your home with, and the balance and the harmony that is there or is not there, or it's the home within yourself and the house you created, the home you created for yourself to live in. That could be a physical body, that could be a mental body, that could be a spiritual body. So where are things simply no longer showing any potential? And how could you allow yourself to choose yourself and choose your future and choose your growth and choose options and creating space for that? So that's something that I'm getting with this energy for this Mercury retrograde for you guys. Very important. Harmony. Home and harmony is what I'm hearing. Some of you feel ready to move. Move state, move country, move cities, move house, move from a physical home into a van. Seriously thinking about it. Or moving from a house onto a boat. Could also moving actually, from earth, land onto waters. Things like that. You feel inspired to try something else out and channel your inner rebel teenager that wasn't afraid to try whatever, that saw the opportunities of trying things out. You have the 7 of Cups. Options might feel more like something that stresses you out than actually possibilities and options and space to create. So there might be a little bit too much of an option. And nothing really truly is that thing yet you feel you should take that chance on. The Fool is here as well. 5 of Wands, the Fool. This is you walking your own journey, not trying to convince others that this is a really good idea, that this is what they should support you in. This is you supporting you, listening to yourself, wanting the simple life. It's like, I'm hearing, why does everything has to be so complicated, right? At one point, everything just got so complicated. Your emotions, how you were feeling, how someone else was acting, why certain things weren't thriving and other things were. Just everything got complicated and it took so much of your energy. You just want to simplify your life. You want to simplify your, friend group. You want to simplify the connections. You want to simplify your inner conversations. You want to simplify your, the way you have your income set up, your budget, your future. Just want to simplify. You just want to have a couple cute options, and that's what you do. And then from there on, move up. You want to create space. Not everything has to feel like a challenge, Cancer. Wow. The 10 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles with the Emperor. You're going to do this. This is all you. This is you. You're setting things into motion. You are picking out what type of inspiration you want to take on, what type of leadership you want to, follow, You're becoming your own, like the best version of yourself to guide you from here to the other side, basically. So you're doing these things. You understand that there are different levels of investments that reap rewards. There's different levels of things being fruitful for you, things holding value. And that's what you're trying to look at. Not only the physical value, but also definitely the spiritual, the mental, just what type of value it holds. If it's literally you're investing so much and it only holds potential, or it only holds value enough to keep you going and investing, and it's not valuable on the long term. Because what if you receive just enough to give everything that you're giving, to continue to give everything you're giving? Where's the growth? Because that's where it's at, right? You're receiving something from it that can not have any potential to grow beyond that, because everything you receive from it is everything you're putting into it. So it's like a stagnant energy. And things that may leave you feeling insecure, doubtful, drained, uninspired, unmotivated are the things that don't have any potential to grow. I'm really sensing that for the Cancer Collective, you guys are looking into passive income streams. And even maybe like sort of passive connections, like you invest some, but then it's also just okay. You don't have to hold somebody's hand, like, every single morning or every single moment of the day. You can just have a phone call now and then and you're good. You got each other in the ether, right? You got each other up there. And so you're connected. It doesn't mean you constantly have to physically show up. That's that passive thing. You invest time and energy, and it continues to bring about valuable, whether that is learn, and like you learned something from it, you continue to receive income from it, you continue to receive comfort or support from it. That's the thing. And you really are looking at the long term. It's like, I'm now going to once again change this here and there, because I want this change to bring about a continuous growth for my future. I want to not feel this way, not feel confused about certain things in my life anymore in my future. So I'm willing to walk a pathway that's unknown. I'm going to try some things out in order to actually follow my own lead. You know exactly what your weak points and spots are, Cancer. You know this. You know it. And then sometimes you burn yourself down to the ground, because once again, you are acting in your weak spot. Your weak spots are your weak spot, not to judge. It's to be conscious about it. And also when you do fall, or you will sometimes, step on in the role of one of those weaker spots, it's because that's where work needs to be done. Not to burn yourself down, because that is one of your spots that you can help but soften with. So you should approach it from a softer space. The 5 of Cups. That's exactly it. It's like you look at a past situation in such a heavy space that you're like, I cannot deal with one more breakup, so I'd rather just have it like this right now, because the last breakup I went through, I felt like this, and I don't have the energy to feel like that right now, so I'd rather just keep it in the middle. That doesn't work. 8 of Pentacles, much better with the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so you are going to do the thing that you really, truly, truly want to do. When it comes to you making money, Cancer, because you're really good at making money. Honestly, cardinal energy, having the heart for things, very quick-witted minds. You can come up with anything. You can become a millionaire within a couple of years if you want to. Even in a couple, like in a year. Like it doesn't, no time frame. It's just you getting out of your own way and you trusting and believing your own guidance and knowing when to let go of things when they're no longer balanced and they don't have any potential to grow anymore. And then out of that loyalty, that commitment, keep it around, but slowly but surely let it just suck the soul out of you. I'm sorry to put it that way. I know Halloween is coming up, but you know. It's the season, okay? Eight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. You're capable, like I said, of making that amount of money so you can help the people that come on your pathway that you want to help. Not feel the need because you want them to feel good enough. No, some people you just really literally want to help. You just want to. It's what you feel feels good. It's the right thing to do. It's why you're gaining these material things. And you feel like you might have been lacking in that department, and that makes you feel like you're lacking as a friend, as a partner, as a, whatever. But you will. But it will come by you understanding what the next step shall be. Not someone coming and telling you what your next step shall be. What's the best thing for you to do? It's about you revealing that to yourself. It's within you. You're discovering it, but doing the inner work. Going through the oceans of those emotions, of the resistance of that change. Putting things that are in the present and letting it become a part of your past, and having a different relationship with that. It's almost like keeping a memory box, right? You just keep little things here and there, like little things that remind you of that moment you shared with someone, or a certain goal you reached. It could be little things. Could be like a little bit of a piece of paper or a bill of your favorite restaurant, and that night reminded you, and it's like that. Keep it at value. Don't allow it to stay in your person for too long if it's not meant to be there anymore. So you get left with no value at all. It's not that. Sometimes, the value of a relationship can be diminished by staying in it too long, not by staying in, that you were in it and you grew and evolved together in all kinds of beautiful ways. And then once you actually start, you evolve together, but you evolve always in an individual level as well. When that starts to separate, and you just can't accept that that's where your growth is going. You keep stagnant in that energy, and that's okay. But if you stay there too long, all the everything beneath it seems to be diminished, because the feeling of lack that starts to pile up within you has effect on every area of your life, and you feel like there might be this subconsciously, not really consciously, some resistance and resentment towards it. And that's the Five of Cups here. So Three of Swords is here as well. You hurt because you thought you were doing the right thing. You really thought that if you would just invest that more and more, and like you just be there and you show up and you're consistent and you're doing all the things, and that then it will just work out. You feel left out about something by someone, or definitely King of Pentacles. You just feel left out. I feel some of you are financially fine, and it has to do with another area of your life. But for my Cancers who are struggling financially, it's been a road, and it felt unfair. It felt like, hello universe, what about me? I'm just asking. Like, I saw that this person came in after me and left like 20 minutes ago with their food. Like, is there anything coming my way? Because I am just being, I'm being respectful just asking, like, could I get like sort of a check-in, like what's going on behind the scenes. So that feeling, you can only go it so far with being positive and being patient and understanding things come in divine timing, and that you put in the work and you're trying it out. You can only go so far with that before it really starts to affect how you're feeling about yourself, how you're feeling about your life, doubting your decisions. And that space there is where you actually found a lot of self-empowerment, which sounds crazy, but there is, because what the thing, it builds this level of faith, and it inspires your cardinal nature, and it gets you not from like point A to like point B, it gets you from point A all the way up to like point, I don't know, K or something. You make this big move, this big leap with that old cardinal energy. It's like, I now know what I'm gonna do, and you put your best energy forward. It's like a motivation, because the way it makes you feel, staying in this focus, keep investing into something that doesn't seem to grow, that just seems to diminish, and you lose faith, you lose the value that it used to give you, and you can't touch those feelings anymore, and you just become passive. And then all of a sudden this idea comes about, and you're like you awaken almost from how you used to, like, from this passive state that is so killing and draining to your cardinal nature, your cardinal nature. And that is an energy I'm feeling, it's right around the corner. And you just light something up within you, and that will be your oil, your, oil. Your thing that you can make those next steps and those next move with. This period of time can feel excruciating, it can feel draining, it can feel all kinds of ways, and I understand the level of that. But it's coming to a close, and what you're gaining from it in the end of the day is so valuable. And that was your order. That was your order. You actually waited all the way up till the store was closing, and you were just still sitting there after 4 hours of putting your order in, and then actually everything that wasn't taken by other people, you can call yours. And that's why you were sitting there. Yeah, very powerful. I don't know, it's just an image I saw. Okay, what happens when the Death, the Judgment, and the Ace of Cups shows up? What happens, Cancers? Money, 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 money. Okay, I just needed to do that. Ace of Cups. Your cup will be overflowing, because you understand the value. Who are you going to help up on to their own throne if you don't know what it feels like to be at the bottom of it all? Who are you going to really help? We are getting the privilege of taking a peek of what it is down there. The privilege, it's a privilege, because we're not there to stay. We're not there for someone to come save us. We are there to visit, to observe, to take it in. How does this feel? What's this, that? That's what we do. We observe feelings through experiences. That's one of the reasons why we're here. Not to stay there forever, not to come back there all the time. Is we stay there, we take it in. It feels really, really real. But somewhere deep down, you know that this is a visit and not a staycation. Okay? This is a visitation, because they want to grant you that honor to learn in that space. And then you get back into the King of Pentacles, and this is where you talk to these people from. I know how you're feeling. Not I can only imagine how they must feel. I know. I've been there. I know how you're feeling. It's like this, it's like that, it's like this. And people light up and think, whoa, you really do know how this feels. How come? You're up on your throne, Yeah, because I was there where you were. So I'm just saying, the universe works in miraculous ways. And Death and Judgment and Ace of Pentacles show up to say, okay, time is up. You gotta come out of it now. Your time is up here and on the world. But you get to deal with all of these real feelings and emotions and stuff. But your time is up. You now gotta come back here. Because now there's way more value to have you in this space than to keep you down here. So, like I said, breathing the air, reawakening, rebirth, having Judgment come true and say, listen, we knew you got this, and we knew you felt the way about us not being able to communicate with you and give you any reassurance, but that was part of the thing that, you know, you were meant to go through. Trust me, we were right there with you, even if we were not as loudly as we normally would. We wanted you to re-emerge and rebirth that faith deep within you, that you could only grow really within you if we would, you know, not give you that reassurance. But yeah, deep down there is this light that always just will go back on. And that's your inner power, and that's your strength, and that's where everything sources from. That's where everything comes from. Your inspiration, your daredevilishness, you know, your rebel side. And yeah, the appreciation of self, Cancer. This is a very deep reading, and I know a lot of you are like, I don't like, probably not even here, and the people who are still here, they know. You know. And it's okay, because I've stopped doing this, you know. Here we go. Four of Wands with the Knight of Swords. Beautiful. That is much better. Four of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. You gotta keep a little bit of a balance when it comes to like underspending and hoarding your money and overspending. Okay, try and keep a little bit more of a balance when it comes to your finances. That's just for now, for this month. How to bring in a balance when it comes to that. The Knight of Swords is here. I'm gonna get it. Oh. Yeah, new beginnings. You're rushing into the new beginning. Everything in life is constantly vibrating and moving, and therefore consciously changing. Continuously, changing and evolving. Be aware that new beginnings are on the horizon. Have courage and have faith. Because right now, life is trying to nudge you forward and to move you in a new direction. Now, if this card is not exactly what we were just talking about, I don't know what is. So be conscious about the fact that we are about to allow things to become from the present into the old and allow the new to become the present, okay? Beautiful new beginnings. Beautiful. All right. I hope. And you see the autumn leaves? Just saying, rebirth. All right, I'm gonna stop now. Thank you so much, Cancers, if you are still here, for listening to this reading. I think it will make more sense by the end of this month. I love you so much. You got this, and I'll be back soon. Bye, Cancers. Bye.